Hello, BookTube. I thought we'd take a wee nosy through my mail. The stuff that came today. There's just two items. And maybe we'll notice something they have in common. The first item was the Christian Science Monitor, which is a publication I urge you all to subscribe to. It's just wonderful. Fully balanced, bright as could be, intelligent. And on page 38 of the current issue is summer reading for the bibliophile, not summer books of an escapist fare. There's a common idea about summer reading. It's that the idea that from Memorial Day to Labor Day, readers like to sit back, sigh contentedly, and luxuriate in lighter fare or beach reads. But there's also a dedicated cadre of readers for whom summer means exactly the opposite. For them, it's a chance to take a really deep dive into a lengthy read. Those readers will be gratified to know that this summer offers some deliciously weighty tomes. And some of them we've seen. The Bible and the Quran and the Bible, which is a parallel comparative reading of the two texts. The collected short stories of Mercado de Assis, the first complete English translation, a beautiful edition. And Proust's Duchess, which is really a sparkling historical account of the three women who inspired Proust for his main character. Three big books and three ambitious literary projects that just happen to be coming out in the summer. The type of thing where a dedicated bibliophile will plow right through them. They'll bring them to the seaside hotel with the rest of the family and endure the sidelong hairy eyeballs. So that was one of the things that came today. It was Christian Science Monitor. The other thing that came today was the latest TLS, which is summer reading. This is their summer reading, where they ask some of their regular contributors to do summer reading. And there's also, by Sam Leith, there's a fantastic appreciation of, weirdly enough, in the TLS, the Jack Reacher novels of Lee Child, which is amazing. There's one paragraph where I want to read you. Much sniggering accompanied the decision to cast Tom Cruise as Reacher in the films based on Child's books. Cruise has dark, preppy good looks and stands about 5'7". Reacher is a shaggy blonde monster of 6'5" with a 50-inch chest, tree trunks for legs, and basketballs for shoulders. His chest is so muscular that in one of the early novels it stops a bullet. Among his ancestors is Frankenstein's monster, though Reacher is a monster who is entirely content with, rather than tormented by, his place outside society. Here, perhaps, is a compelling fantasy of the American myth of independence. Reacher is a survivalist, a secessionary, a Lone Star State whose boundaries are himself. That's really good. That's really good. It's a nice, long appreciation. And I couldn't help but notice in the letters column that my beloved The Lion in Winter, my favorite movie, got mentioned. The letter is, why is it that so many people who love James Goldman's The Lion in Winter, stage player movie, take your pick, also remember it wrongly? The movie is invoked in an episode of The West Wing only to be misquoted, and it happens again in your June 29th issue, when Claudia Gold writes, quote, "In the film of James Goldman's The Lion in Winter, Henry II and his queen Eleanor of Aquitaine spit verbal poison at one another, while their sons and the King of France hide behind a curtain." Close quote. Nope. Henry spits verbal poison at his sons John and Geoffrey, while his son Richard hides behind the tapestry with the King of France, until they both reveal themselves and join in. Eleanor's not in the scene. And I thought that was particularly trenchant commentary. And then, of course, it was by me. I'm the one who sent that cranky letter to the editor. "Dear sir, there are too many states. Please eliminate 2. P.S. I am not a crackpot." And when I was looking at these two things, the two pieces of mail that I got today, they both have me in them. And then I realized that this makes a clean sweep. Unless I become crazy enough to start sending myself Valentine's Day cards, today has been a clean sweep of receiving myself back in the mail. First, a letter to the editor, then a review in a weekly journal, and then a named blurb in a paperback. So I thought we'd go through that together, and we could all be egotists at the same time. It's not often that it happens, that I will get myself represented in everything that I get during the day. But I thought I'd share it. And that's all I had for you now. But I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.